What is up, everyone? My name's Brenner. Welcome to my channel. This is Mr. Liquor Sipper, and today we are going after the highly anticipated, highly talked about, maybe too much, we don't know yet, the Barrel Bourbon. Is this as good as they say on Reddit and all the different Facebook groups, on Instagram, on all the different social media platforms? All I see is all the hype. Let's put it to the test. Let's find out, is this a sip it or a toss it? Let's go. Alright, so this bottle right here is batch number 30, with the bottle number being 6,888 with a 5-year age. Alright, so this has been aged 5 years. Allegedly, we have some bottles that say between this and between that, so it could be a in-betweener with no wiener. I don't know. This distiller is various distillers. It could potentially be from Tennessee Distilling, Heaven Hill, it's MGP, Wyoming whiskey. Apparently my dog does not like that because he is barking about it. So this is a blender of barrel craft spirits with a mash bill of at least 51% corn, plus some rye, plus some wheat, plus a little bit of malted barley. And so we got a cask with new charred oak, as bourbons are, and the age, though it does say 5, it is a blend of a 5-year, a 6-year, a 9-year, a 10-year, 11-year, and a 15-year-old bourbon, all mashed up in one, with an alcohol by volume of 58.66%, which would put us at 117 proof. Let's go. That is some good shit right there. So I personally would say that this is for the not so newbies, as this is slowly becoming not such a newbie channel, though I am newbie friendly. This stuff is growing on me, and I'm falling more and more in love with the intricate details of what it takes to create a whiskey. So this is a cask strength, non-chill filtered, natural color of the beautiful dark, deep amber that my wife so loves. Alright, let's try that again. This is that dark, deep color of amber that my wife so dearly loves. This is a barrel bourbon batch, number 30, as I stated, with a price point of $85. Almost exactly. I think it was like $85.69. Hopefully you like that position, because you might have been slightly bent over, because we don't really know how good this bottle is yet, but we're about to find out. So according to sources, Barrel Bourbon batch number 30 began with a group of tropical fruit forward 5-year-old Indian barrels, a group of stone fruit forward 10-year-old high rye Tennessee barrels, and a group of nutty 6-year, 9-year, 11, and a 15-year-old old barrels. After mingling separately for months and months, or actually a month, they were carefully blended together. Finally, wheated bourbon from Kentucky and Wyoming was added to enhance the complexity of the blend itself. And we're about to find out, how complex is this blend? Are we talking like E equals MC squared? Are we talking geometry? Is this a chemistry blend? Let's see, because sometimes like the math and the chemistry, they just don't add up, and it ends up tasting like shit. Son of a bitch. Normally I have my knife up here. I don't know what happened to it. I think my dog ate my knife. Homework or something. So let's just go ahead. It looks like this is pretty easy. We're just gonna twist off. There's no plastic on top. It's just this simple little seal here to ensure that you're not getting poisoned, or someone slips some anthrax in it, or you're not getting roofied. At this point, I've been drinking already, so being roofied would not be that bad. All right, so we're gonna pour a little bit of this. As I have discussed prior to, I like to let everyone know, I initially, when I start drinking the bottles, I prefer it to be neat so I can get the actual experience from this, because you never know when you start adding stuff to it, water or ice itself, and it starts melting, it kind of takes away from the actual palate. Throw that away later. put this out so people can see what we're sipping on. And we're gonna go straight to the nose as we always do, so you know what time it is. It is Nosing for Newbies. All right, a little swirl with the girls. Little swish and a swash and a swooshy. And let's see, let's take it from the top. We got, oh yeah, it's fresh. Ooh, super fresh, smells like someone left Vienna sausages inside Mike Tyson's old boxing gloves for about 15 years and let that shit age. Also get some elements of Tom Holland's Spider-Man spandex with an herbal essence of cocaine, except cocaine doesn't have a smell. It's more of something you snort, so that's not accurate. It's more like blistering shit after being on First We Feast and eating hot ones while splashing 2% milk on my ass to stop the burning. Ouch. You hear that? Can you hear it? That's my asshole cooking. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Smells like shit. Folks, let's be real here, because this is what y'all are really here for. Or maybe not, maybe you just like the entertainment. I don't know at this point. But we're gonna go to the nose, and it is very fruity initially, but I do get some alcohol, ethanol type smell from it. Some cereal grain, it's kind of sweet. It smells kind of like there was potentially some Cheerios in this. A little bit of bacon spice, vanilla with some lemon heads, like the candy, you know. It has some, it's kind of unique, man. This is a little bit different, but definitely heavy on the lemon. Like, you could probably pour this on a pan and potentially clean the motherfucker off, like, pretty nicely, diligently, effortlessly, because I'm pretty sure it would eat whatever's on that pan right off. Even if it's like cooked on, baked on cheese, it will clean that off. All right, so let's go to the palate. So the truth is, wow. Right there's some heavy burn at the end. And it kind of lingers a little bit. But I definitely get some candy-like sweetness from it. It reminds me of like a gummy, like a fucking grape gummy bear almost was kind of left in here. And fruity sweetness, cereal grain sweetness, like I said with the Cheerios. Still kind of there, like the aftertaste of a Cheerio. Has some oakiness, oakish, okie dokie-ish, and some caramel with like cupcake vanilla. And then that citrus is still there on the back end, which I think like really brings on that a little bit of a harsher burn. Now, granted, this is a little bit of a higher proof, so I guess that's a little, you know, kind of to be expected. Wow. So this actually has some earthly undertones as well. So if you guys are wanting to go green, then this might be it. But it's real heavy on the back end. Like, I seriously feel like I just ate like some gummy bears, because I just taste that on the back hard. That's what she said. All right, guys. All right, calm down. Let's not make this a sexual thing, okay? I know sometimes my nosing for newbies can get a little bit sideways, like we're fucking in a fucking sex swing, but come on, calm down. This stuff is good, man. $85. It's pretty unique, it's different. I haven't tasted anything like this, and the burn just came back like some kind of weird poltergeist type of thing. It's like trying to climb out of my throat, like a giant hairball. Other than that, that might be, I don't know why, but this stuff is actually pretty awesome. Is this a sip it or a toss it? This is an example, a great example of what I would call a sip it. It definitely has all the elements that I personally like from this bottle. It has some of those sweet undertones, but it still leaves enough on the table to let you know that you're sipping a nice, sensual, sexual, might have a great night bourbon. Because everyone knows, just because something tastes great doesn't mean that it always is good to fuck. What? Okay guys, I pre-gamed it before this. Alright guys, so if you guys have some question about this bottle, don't be afraid, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think if you have tasted this before. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I personally actually really enjoyed it. Is it one of my new favorite bottles? Possibly. This is a toss-up between, actually between this and my old favorite, which is the 10-year Whistle Pig, which has been my favorite for a few years now. I feel like this stacks up against it, which is odd because you have a bourbon versus more of a rye. It's just the sweeter elements that I really like, but it like I said before, it really has that aftertone or the afterburners, if you will. So you still know you're sipping on something that's strong enough to you know, kick you back in your seat, let you relax a little bit, and maybe perhaps have a nice little steak and BJ day. Too much? I don't know, that's what we do on this channel. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by. If you guys have questions, like I said, leave it in the comments. If you have comments, leave them in the comments. And then any other comments, just leave them in the comments. And then tell your friends, tell your homies, tell your enemies, tell your dogs, tell your cats, tell everyone in between, as I always say. Like, subscribe, so we can multiply and divide. It helps the algorithm, helps people find people like us here that are learning and exploring the nice, sensual, beautiful world of whiskey. And until next time, cheers and keep on sipping.